Hello, this is Annette with Project Refine Life. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is all about the 5 elements and finding a deck that represents those 5 elements. There's a little bit of a kick in here because I have been working with so many goddess and female-centric decks lately, and it's really been a call for me lately. I don't even know why or what it's about or where it's going to lead, but I thought that I would share the 5 decks that represent the 5 elements that are centered on female energy. I would love to see you guys respond to this, and it doesn't have to be female-centered energy or goddess decks, but I would love to see a response to this tag. Now, I'm going to give a quick shout out to these cards right here, which is from the Ritual deck from Cacao. And then also you're going to hear me reference direct quotes from EckhartYoga.com in a blog series that was entitled Journey Through the 5 Elements. So let's get to it. The element of the earth. The direction of the north, which is the stability of the earth. The keywords here are logic, support, and nurturing. Reconnecting to the earth element is more about doing less than adding more, simplifying, letting go, and getting back to our most primal selves. I chose the Tarot Avatara by Gabby Angus West. Now, Frida, to me, is all about that earthly energy and reconnecting. Actually, connecting and reconnecting over and over again. Her life was all about getting reconnected and regrounding and just restructuring her life over and over again, trying to find that safe spot. You know, the earth element is connected to the root chakra, and the root chakra is located at the base of the spine. So it is really no surprise to me that she was always trying to ground and reground and finding her place to feel safe. She loved to be at her home, painting and feeding people and hosting parties. She loved that. And this deck really represents that energy. It really brings it forth, that earthiness and simplifying and just getting back to stability and health, searching for that health and being comfortable within the body and feeling support. She did a fantastic job feeling comfortable in her body despite everything that she went through. So for me, the element of the earth is perfectly described within this deck. The element of water and the direction of the west, the flow of water, which is described here as ease, flow, and feminine energy. The She-Wolf by Devaney Amber Wolf. I haven't had this deck for long, but I must say that this deck is just full of this beautiful, flowy, ease, and watery type of creation energy that you would get when working with the element of water and the sacral chakra. It is so nurturing, and it's all like, it really does refer to this idea of pleasure and this kundalini energy. It makes you feel connected and creative. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous deck, and to me really does describe the element of water. The element of fire and the direction of the south, the passion of fire, courage, release, and masculine energy. That is a Serpent Fire Tarot for me. The Serpent Fire is exactly that. It is a fiery deck. It is very, very beautiful with the way it works. And again, within that Kundalini energy, that rising energy, beautiful work on this deck, beautiful collage work. And again, it's so powerful. So now on Eckhart Yoga's blog post, it states, fire is the most powerful of the elements. When we tap into its energy, we bring alive a sense of transformation within ourselves. I feel this strong, warm, confident feeling from this deck. Just beautiful energy just flows out of this. It is just simply amazing to me, and extremely, extremely within that element of fire. The element of air and the direction of the east that is connected to the heart chakra. It's listed here as imagination, aspiration, and movement. And for me, This deck is the Intuitive Night Goddess Tarot. This is connected with the heart chakra, and with its qualities of lightness, clarity, and movement, the air element has been connected to gods, goddesses, and deities for thousands of years. This deck is just beautiful, just loving, just joyful. And although it has the goddess energy in it, there's not a particular goddess mentioned within this deck or a direct correlation to any specific goddess. Instead, just the idea of goddess energy as a whole. It's clear and it's just very, very beautiful. So appropriate for the element of air. For the last element, the element of ether or spirit. So ether or space is nothing and everything all at the same time and is associated with the throat chakra. Is described here as Akasha, universe, and eternal life. For this, I chose the Lioness Oracle Tarot by Alejandra Leon. As I said, it is associated with the throat chakra, moving from the stability of earth through the flow of water, the passion of fire, the lightness of air. We reach the element that makes everything else possible, ether or space. Ether is both nothing and everything at the same time. It's stillness, yet it has that very thing that makes all movement and life possible. That is truly this deck. This deck truly feels, at one point you can feel the stillness, in the other point you can feel the drastic movement. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous deck. And it does feel like it makes everything possible, and it does feel very balanced. Another thing about the throat chakra, it's all about communication. And in order to be a good communicator, you need to also be a good listener. This deck, for me, has been a fantastic listener. When I'm having a conversation, yep, I have conversations with my decks, the answers that I get are very clear. They're very precise. They are balanced and yet creative as well. I really enjoy this deck and completely see this deck as the element of spirit. So here we are, guys. Here are my decks that really describe the element of spirit and the element of water, along with this beautiful grounded energy of earth, this fiery connection within the Serpent Fire Tarot for fire, and this beautiful airy deck of the Intuitive Night Goddess, trying to make these all fit in here. But through these decks, I connect with them on these levels, through these elements, and working with these chakras and these pretty much overall feelings and thoughts that these decks give you when you're working with them. So I would love to see your response to this and your idea of which decks in your collection represent these 5 elements. I appreciate you hanging out with me. Thank you so much. From my heart to yours, I will see you later.